first trick that comes from Epikwhale is using Monko Classic P control when someone's side jumping. So usually when a Monko Classic is used when you replace someone's wall when box fighting, force a stare in, and then you kill the person. But how Epikwhale uses it is when someone goes for a side jump like this, either like a regular side jump like that, or they do an elevated. Either one, he would still use it. He would, from on top, when he knows someone's gonna be side jumping, he would do the Monko Classic on them. And when they side jump, they'll be right here, and you already placed the wall in the ramp, and then they would be an easy shot. But unless if they go to the side, he would just piece control from the side, either side. And then that's a guaranteed kill, hopefully. Another variation of what he does is that when someone goes to side jump, he would just do this also. Which is not technically a Monko Classic, but it is kind of. It might be a little more effective since they don't have that much room here. Room to move. So it should be a little easier to secure that kill. Second trick is to piece control from below. I already made a whole video on piece control if you don't know what that is, so it's on the screen right now. You should definitely watch it. But usually piece control, people with piece control from the sides usually, and they would piece control from inside the box also. Well, what many people don't do is when the person is piece controlling from below, because when you already have established piece control from all sides, a good player would either go below them, and most people don't really expect that, or at least try to piece control that. So what he would do is that when he knows that his opponent is going below the box, he would do this, and wait, and then he would right here. And there's some cases where he knows that, where the opponent knows they're gonna get piece controlled, so they're gonna go below and go somewhere, but then he would just like piece control below, and then just like continue to piece control from there until he catches the opponent off guard. Another trick from Martoz is when you edit to drop down somebody. So, how I first learned this is usually in his videos, when someone goes to pickaxe his wall, they would usually drop down to the wall. So what would Martoz do is that when he sees that, he would place a floor, just a floor, and then he would edit it. So his opponent falls through the edited floor, and then while they're falling, since they can't do anything in that moment, in like a situation like this, he would shoot them, and then like and further piece control them to secure the kill. Another variation of this is just instead of just a simple floor, something like this. If the opponent is like, assuming the opponent is up there and he knows his opponent's gonna move onto there, he would place a floor and cone right here and double edit on it, so the opponent will drop and then further piece control from there. That's a free kill. And they would use, and this trick is not just useful in arena and just fighting. It's useful in like competitive, where you would just like get double edits on people and piece control them. Or you would, if someone's on a layer above them, you would piece control, drop them, peace control and free refresh, so that's really useful in comp also, since layers exist in moving zones and people are going to be all around you, so, and plus the server's laggy, so mostly people can't react in time when you drop them down and peace control from there, so that's really useful. Now the last trick from Martoz is using weapons in order to gain peace control. Mainly, he uses the bow and the RPG in order to do that. So, let me set you an example. So, let's say someone is, let's say someone's based up above here, and he wants to gain peace control from that. There's two things he can do right here. He can RPG it and gain peace control from that, or he would RPG it and then peace control. Either one works. This same logic also applies to people who are on the same level as you, so you RPG it, peace control that. Now he would do the same thing with the bow, except minusing the drop down thing. He would use it to replace it. So let's say a person is boxed up here. You get a low like this, and then you can hold a charge like that. Instead of just like waiting for them, you can shoot at it, and then peace control from there. And this is a lot more useful than just holding out your shotgun, because the person will see that you're having the shotgun and they will be a little more safe when doing that. But then when you're holding the bow, they're not that scared because you're holding a bow, and aiming with the bow is hard to do. So they're not expecting it for you to replace it with the bow, since I don't see that many people do that anyway.